in the summertime, when you have what they call protracted meetings, would have at Wharton Grove for a week. And my father had a larger boat named a Clipper, and he would load that boat up with people, and they go down to Wharton Grove, which I don't know exactly where it is, and they would go to the church meetings and come back in the boat. That was before the time of automobiles. They used to tease my father. They said that he'd carry a load of people down there, and the boats coming back, they'd race all the way back up the road for fun. But that boat was a canoe. That is a boat that's built out of logs and not boards, and it was sharp at both ends. Of course, there were larger boats that were sharp at both ends. They were called bug eyes. But we had one of those that belonged to Walker and Ashman and Weems, and we used it for several years. And I made one or two trips to James River in it and bought oysters. It would carry about 1,000 bushels. But the oyster business was quite something. I am told that when the James River settlers came, that the oysters in the James River were so plentiful they almost were grown out of the water. And that was the food that the Jamestown people lived on right much for the first 1 or 2 winters. Now, I don't have any way to verify what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you what I was told. And of course, those rocks were worked on and worked on and worked on, and now they not very plentiful. But we didn't have but very little reproduction in the Rappahannock River. And that was on what was called the public rocks. Anybody who bought a oyster license could tongue on those rocks and keep the oysters that they catch and sell them. But where that lighthouse out there, the Bowler's Rock Light, is a oyster rock right around that lighthouse. And when the steamboat would come from Sharps, it would turn down the road and head right straight into my house and turn and go up to Bowler's Wall. And I'd be sitting there on the yard watching, and I'd see steam come out of the whistle, and then in a minute, I'd hear the whistle blow. They always blew for the people at the wharf to get ready to take their lines and so forth.